candidate can make at an interview is not doing their research, especially as a finance person, not reviewing annual accounts, statutory accounts, and not asking questions about them.
The worst mistake is not to be genuine and to tell I was going to say lies, but you know what I mean. I think you've got to be genuine and honest within that interview process, because if you're not, you will get found out very, very quickly.
I've got a few perspectives on this. First of all, no research on the company. So you should research heavily the business that they're applying to, and the ability to summarize relevant experience for the particular job being applied to.
If you're not wanting to be in that interview, if I'm just another interview in a course of interviews, I want you to want to be there. You know, it might be pretense, it might be just some commitment to the process.
The first is, which we hear a lot, is just lack of preparation. Do your research before on the organisation, and make it look as though you've done some research. And if you're asked about it, don't be afraid to reflect that knowledge in the interview either. If you prepare, it looks like you're interested in the role. If you don't, to me, I just perceive it as a lack of interest.
I think one of my sort of bugbears is that's not my job sort of comment. You know, and I think the way finance is evolving for everyone, and what the expectations of people in finance at all different levels, people are having to, you know, spread themselves, get involved with many business things that maybe they wouldn't have previously been involved in. So if a finance person candidate comes across a little bit too pigeonholed and too rigid in terms of just doing the finance stuff, and has an attitude of, well, that's not my job, and sort of isn't willing to get involved or contribute to other areas or other things asked of them by, you know, the board of directors or the FD, etc., then that can come across as a poor attitude, as well as you know, someone who's really limited in terms of the capabilities and their overall standards, really.
I personally ask a lot about the behavioural side of the individual, so strengths and weaknesses. If somebody isn't open and transparent about that, I worry about it, because I think it's quite important. And at the end of the interview, not having any, you know, interesting or relevant questions.
Keep your answers focused on what the question are. Try not to go off on a tangent. That can be really annoying. So yeah, try and keep as focused as possible.
I tend to dislike simple things like getting names wrong, perhaps the people in the interview or the name of the company. Things like being late without explanation, not understanding the role based on information that's already been provided, not having done a bit of research, or being poorly briefed. So what I'm saying is failure to prepare, or at least to appear to have prepared. I'm looking for a bit of respect for the time and effort I've put in, and long rambling answers like this one come a close second. So I can, because if I want more detail, I can ask, but I can't unhear somebody rambling.